My name's Tracy and I used to live in Stanley. And this is my sister, Jaene, who still does live in Stanley.
I work in a school, in a local primary school. I've worked there for about 14 years now.
I'm a teacher at Tyne College.
It was good. Good fun, just to play out a lot and go to the local park and knock about. And
We used to go to Sunday school.
Oh yes, we went to Sunday school, went to Brownies. And we used to like to go to Sunday school and have a good sing-song. We both like to have a good sing-song still now.
And we like to hear all the stories. I used to like the stories. Yeah. And because they always sort of had happy endings.
They did.
And
Lots
then
of things there.
my first school was there, the Tin School, which isn't there anymore.
No. That's kind of just beside St Andrew's Institute, isn't it? Where it was. Yeah.
And remember, we lived opposite St Andrew's Church, and remember the weddings?
Yeah.
And we would go and collect all the money when they chucked when they chucked the money out.
We were in a prime position because we could see it from our front door, couldn't we? We could tell if there was a wedding going on, and then go into the sweet shop on the way to school, didn't we? We used to go up to Dodgerson's on Stanley, not Dodgerson's. Yes. On the corner.
What was the one we used to have to go and get? We used to go to the shop for my mum to get tabs and that, didn't we?
Of course we did, yeah.
We used to get money and just go to the shop. Alec or something, was it?
On the corner?
Aye.
I can't remember. I remember being at the board school. I used to go to the board school, we both did, on Stanley Front Street.
Mr Tyers, the headmaster.
Mr Tyers, the headmaster, and it was pedestrianised by then. Before that, it had traffic running up and down, but by the time we were there, it was pedestrianised. And I don't know about you, but I used to go up to the co-op for the teachers' lunches and things, which you would never be able to do now, obviously. Used to go out with the teachers' orders for the sandwiches, for like the pork dips and that for the dinner. Oh, I would have been about 10, I suppose then, 9, 10. When I used to go to the shop for the teachers.
Responsibility.
It was. Remember the youth club as well, in the chapel at the top of the street?
Yeah.
Remember Paul Drake singing the whole of Bat Out of Hell, like, and headbanging and singing every word of the whole album. That's something I remember from the church youth club. What else did we used to do? Guides, Brownies and guides, but we didn't stick with that.
And then there used to be the youth club down at South Stanley.
Yes.
And they had like a disco on.
Yeah, on Town Road there was a disco, wasn't there? There was roller discos sometimes as well. Did you ever go to those?
No.
Because you were more, with you being a little bit older than me, as I've mentioned before, you were into all the punk stuff and all that, weren't you? And I was a bit young really for that. So
we used to go out with bin liners and that on.
Safety pins. Yes. Yeah. But our house was fabulous. We lived in a house which is still there, and it looked like it was like a bungalow, but it had a downstairs. That's what we used to say to people. It's got a downstairs because you couldn't tell from the front. So we had a cellar where we were allowed just to have all our friends and things in. We had all graffitied all the walls and that, didn't we? And it was like a dark, dank cellar with the old washing machine and things in. But it was great, wasn't it? We used to spend a lot of time down in the cellar.
Well, Mum and Dad had parties there all the time.
Yeah. My Mum and Dad
Which
always
I can
had
remember.
parties. Yeah.
Some brilliant photos from there. And if you were locked out, I used to go in through the coal chute.
And get out through the coal chute. I don't know why I couldn't get out the front door, but it must have just been more fun. But yeah, if you were locked out, there was a coal where we put the coal in on the side of the house.
Down the hill. And if the coal man hadn't been for a while, you used to have quite a
rocky leg. Yeah, it was a sheer drop rather than going down over the coal, scrambling down over the coal. Yeah, we used to come in through the coal chute. I think that we've stayed there is because that's where our mum was. And now we've obviously had our own children there, and that's certainly what's kept me there, the fact that my children have been brought up there and been educated there.
And I think they've had a really good experience of being,
I hope so.
It is a good place to bring children up, I think. You know, they've been to excellent schools.
There's lots to be said. We've tried, to find the things that are positive, and the facilities that are there are good. The school, we were lucky, really. It just happened to be where I live was near the school that was in my catchment was a fab school, and that was such a good start for the kids, and that is so important to get the right schools.
And they really like going back as well, but whether or not
they'll ever settle there or
live there,
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, maybe they will. Second-hand shops. I love the second-hand shops in Stanley.
Oh, I love the second-hand shops in Stanley.
I love the second-hand shops, and that is about it in Stanley Front Street.
I love to see St Andrew's Church. I know it sounds it's
church,
one of those,
yeah.
a bit of a, what's the word? People go on about seeing the Tyne Bridge when they're coming home, and Durham Cathedral, and just seeing St Andrew's Church on the horizon. I just think I just love it.
Yeah,
it does feel like coming home, and it's nice, and it's just where you're from.
It's true.
Do I think I'll stay there? I don't know, actually, because now that my children are grown up and moving on to do different things, and my sister's not there, perhaps not. I think at one point I would have said, oh yes, I'll be here, or I'd settled to the fact that I'd been there for a long, long time, but I don't know what the future might hold. But I'll always love it. Be proud to say that I come from Stanley.